bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. There's Goff. And that is incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And it's 3rd and short. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for Philly.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. For the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Eric Wilson, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Goff now to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Here comes Rager.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Being chased out left. Looking here for Smith downfield. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Eagles will add to their 1st quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
So here come the Lions now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Back to throw, Goff.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Off-play action. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, nice move. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards on target. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Philly. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kerryon Johnson, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays.
And the touchdown run came from Kerryon Johnson to cap things off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And this returnable for Rager.
A very good return that time. 18 yards.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, Definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now.
You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times it's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff got a man. That's Allison.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He's got Perriman. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Out of the gun. Gone.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38.
Eric Wilson, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more.
And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
And I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
From the 50, it's gone. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Touchdown, Detroit! Rashad Perriman, 50 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle.
And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football. And it'll bring up 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Able to fight through one tackle, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Eagles are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you start to offense...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 9. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Throwing is Hurts.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Goff looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. Gets past one man. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On 1st down, Hurts
out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, that's Smith, a nice catch.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Eric Wilson
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs.